Oh, my name's Fox9, so they get 9-bit Fox. So this is going to be my review. I rewatched the finale. I can't, like, here's the thing. It's spoilers. I legitimately like it. It's a finale I rewatched. I literally watched it last night and I was dead tired. So I was like, okay, I'll stay till the next day to record it. FYI, if this review is broken up into 2 parts, it's not going to be surprising to me because it is a long ass episode and I usually like to go through different things that I like about it. I didn't take too many notes. I'm probably just going to skip through some things, but I'm legitimately happy. This is legitimately happy. And also, if you haven't seen, I'll probably have to mute the audio for this one, but there was this intro when the episode first loaded, and I saw it, which I'm happy I saw this live because then I was able to see this. Just hold on, look at this real quick, and then we'll go through the whole thing. Wait, what it is? One door opened into a magical world, and yeah, changed everything. I love this little, showing the adventure so far. God. I love that, seeing the evolution of everyone. God. And for every adventure and every... God damn it.
Magic isn't proper. It's wild and unpredictable.
In every magical moment, you were there.
Magic is everywhere.
God.
Us weirdos have to stick together. Thanks for the memories. Lucifer?
God, this... Thank you for being here for one last flight home. Yeah.
I love you guys. And I love you, Luke.
God, I love that theme song too. Okay, so God, okay, I'm legitimately at least 2 months, I'm gonna try to get an episode of Owl Wolf Town out, because just watching this, it's giving me motivation. What is it from Undertale? I am filled with determination to finish mine. But Owl House Season 3, where, God, I already gushed about my whole first things. I go watch my last episode that came out yesterday, or depends on when this comes out. It might take a minute for this to come out. But God, this episode is so good, and I love it. And I love it as a finale and as an ending to this. And here's the thing too. This is a show where, again, I've seen She-Ra end, I've seen Amphibia end, I've seen Gravity Falls end. I've seen all these shows end, and I'm like, okay. I'm like I think She-Ra was the one, if I'm remembering now. The She-Ra was the one where I'm like, I kind of want to see where the adventure leads after this. And they could do that 100%. Which also they might do that, because at least from what I've been told, She-Ra, or at least Despara and the Horde, are, I believe, going to appear in the reboot of He-Man. Whether that's reboot Adora or not, I don't know. But I would love that if it was, especially because, okay, but anyways, that's getting off topic. Owl House. Season 3, the final episode. Oh, God. Which, I'm going to say this right now. I love one. It obviously continues exactly where the last one left off. But then I love this intro too. Hey, hey. One, also that voice. That voice, I found out because on Twitter, is Aaron Hansen, aka Ego Raptor, aka half of Game Grumps. And hearing that, I'm like, yes. And also, King's dad's design later makes sense. So I'm like, yeah, that's Aaron. I love that.
About to rescue Ida and King.
I love this. I'm not gonna try to show too much clips, because I'm pretty sure YouTube will slam my ass hard. But
you have to wake up.
That is a very intimidating intro. I love this. The Owl House. I love the different logos for each of them, and honestly, I love this entire intro. Because spoilers, I'm gonna be a bunch of spoilers for this. This entire intro is hold on. Okay, so this entire intro is pretty much kind of a dream sequence, I guess. It's the collector playing with Luz, King, and Ida, try to quote unquote make them see the error of their ways by Belos's or Belos/Rain's guidance. But am I recording? I want to make sure this is all recording, because God, I don't want this to mess up. I'm gonna have to probably switch my battery. This, and honestly, one thing I really like about this is, and also another thing, at least how Donna and everything else happened. I legitimately love that she probably looked at a lot of fan theories and stuff like that. Oh hell, you saw the last episode where they bring up about String being like, oh, is it a bird? Is it a dragon? Is it this? Is it that? And pretty much naming off whatever, a bat, naming what everyone believed it was, and String being something that's pretty much all of them. And I'm like, okay, I like that. The cool thing about the Owl House too is the community, I think, did have a major play in at least the finale of the show, and I kind of like that. Even like this too. This entire opening feels like almost like an AU where Empress Luz or something, which I like. Is Luz going through the pretty much what would be the bad ending, which also I'm assuming this is supposed to be Luz. This is Luz with it looks like a hunter's mask, and I think there's also a bit of foreshadowing for the ending with the hand reaching up. Also be a bowing to her. Also, you can kind of see too, there are star designs in all of these, so most likely there's this is hinting at, yeah, this is a dream, quote unquote.
Where is everyone?
Because stars aren't really Belos' thing; it's the collectors. And then this is a good way to show that little bit of darkness thing. And that's the thing about this thing too. It feels almost 100% what the creator wanted. Because I don't know, maybe it's just I'm gonna bring up Amphibia, so apologize. Amphibia's ending felt like the paint by the numbers a bit, where it's oh, hold on a minute, I got it. It felt a little bit paint by the numbers, and I don't mean that in the sense of, oh, it wasn't original. Hold on. No, far from it, but not that way. But I mean it in a sense of, I feel like Disney really was okay, you have to make her go back home, or you have to make it like this. I feel like that's what it was. And again, I feel like Gravity Falls might have been that way too. I'm not entirely sure on that note. But it felt like that sense of the creators wanted, a certain way to go. And then Disney kind of said, no. Owl House, I think because they shortened the season, Donna and the crew were like, look, fine, we're going to shorten it, but we do it our way. Because this episode has some of the best designs of characters I like. Best designed characters, these cool sequences, even though it's a quote-unquote dream sequence, it's I guess haunting in a sense. This guy's here, which is funny. God, I gotta do that too. I gotta do the recap of my Kingdom Hearts campaign, which is finished. It's been 2 years finished at this point. Oh wait, no, it's in season 2 then. Anyways, Tibbles is in there at one point, and his ending is pretty similar to this. Just FYI. But in any case,
No. When did this happen?
God, just the animation too, and this is good. And also, the cool thing is because this feels almost like a callback to, I can't remember the name of it. It's the one where Lilith and Ida fight on this bridge to save Luz, but now in a quote unquote way, it's Luz quote unquote as the bad guy.
This is all you're doing. You helped Belos meet the Collector. Your actions led to this. You've been the real villain this whole time.
I love this so much.
I don't know what I missed, but I never do this. See? I'm sorry, Luz, but
God.
I have to take you down.
I love this so much.
Amity, please.
Can I also say, I don't know if it's just her type of voice, the voice actress for Amity. It's when I hear it, I don't immediately think, oh, that's Katara. I do think, okay, that's Amity. Like, nothing against Amethyst's voice actor / V's voice actor. Whenever I hear V's voice, I immediately think Amethyst. So I don't know, maybe it's just because of more, I don't know what it is, if it's just the different style of their voice acting, or is it just like how, like, you hear it and you know? Like, at first, like, Aaron's voice for the Titan Dad. I didn't know that was Aaron. I 100% did not know. And listening to it, I'm still thinking, like, yeah, it sounds like him, like that, like his old man voice. It's dangerous to go alone. Oh, anyways, but yeah, I love this. Also, do like that they like take the light out of like Amity's eyes, and eventually we'll see like Gus and Hunter stuff like they take the light out of their eyes to show that they're under some kind of control. Though with Amity, they keep Amity at a distance almost all the time, so you don't necessarily notice it right away. But as Luz meets others, you actually do kind of see it more.
This is a nightmare.
Also, another thing that I actually really like about this episode is where Luz, Ida, and King were separated last season. Then the beginning of this season, it focused solely on Luz. Then the next season, it focused, on King and Ida a little bit, but then like they're mostly separate. And then obviously Luz is in there. And then this episode, straight away, Luz, Ida, King. We're going straight into it. We're not saving it to the end. We're having them immediately appear, and it's mostly focused on them. Because yeah, they're the Owl House family. They're the ones who started this. Also, another thing I like is the Conformatorium, where they tried to lock her up in the first episode. Her waking up there now in it. They're now in it. The blood. That blood one's a different show. But how the Owl Beast got captured.
If you think you can keep me from my family, you got another thing coming.
Don't worry, Edalyn. We're all present and accounted for.
See, again, they keep them off in a distance. That way you don't see the light in their eyes yet. So you hide it.
Lily, Ma, thank goodness. Hey, help me out. We gotta find King.
No. You'll be staying right there.
Even like their eyes are a little bit dimmed a little bit to hide to
Huh?
obviously their eyes are all hidden.
Dangerous beasts need to be kept in cages, after all.
What are you talking about?
Why, Eden?
This also is a really like messed up,
I forgave you.
because you 100% know like that's like one of Ida's. Well, that's one of the reasons why Ida left. Oh no, one of the reasons she regrets. So like that's such a heavy thing to hit her with.
Nice, right?
And then this guy, they just said, screw it. Hide his eyes completely. And I guess, in a sense, it works a little bit more because it makes it a lot scarier.
Bill! You crazy jerk, how'd I get here?
And like this entire line is messed up too.
I brought you here. I wanted to show you
Not
our
this.
new collection. What's wrong? Don't you recognize your siblings? But don't worry.
That's so messed up. So yeah, all of those Titans are King's biological siblings, which I'm like, oh damn.
Hurry. We saved the best spot for you.
God.
Trees?
Also, there's the callback to when they went into Willow's mind. I think this is where you kind of see it a little bit more with the eyes. Hold on.
Willow. Oh, Willow, I'm
No. They hide her eyes most of the time. Yeah.
What's going on? I just saw Amity and... You know, Luce, I like...
I also love like the callbacks of like their season. What was it, season 2 Amity that we saw right now? Then we have season 1 Willow.
After I met you, I finally believed that there was this big, bright future ahead of myself. But that didn't last long, did it?
Oh no, they hide her eyes even more too in this. So yeah, see, they hide her. They're really hiding it. Also, another thing that I actually really like that I didn't notice until I saw this. I always thought streaming it connected to the bottom of String Bean's like tail here, but no, String Bean loops around to the orb, and then the staff comes out of the orb. That's actually really cool.
Yes. I have no future now. None of us do.
Also, another good voice actress that I didn't know. The voice actress for Willow, I didn't know she was pretty much the Basha of the Sabrina reboot show on Netflix. I didn't know that was her until like someone pointed that out. I'm like, oh, so like that's another voice actress. Where, again, nothing against V's voice actress. It's just I don't know. Maybe she just has too much of a distinct voice. Where I'm like, okay, that's V. Amethyst. Where I don't know, their voices I meld more into the certain characters.
Look, everyone. It's good old.
This is where you definitely start seeing it. You obviously hiding their eyes,
It just might be
but you see like Gus looks a little cuckoo here,
the biggest hypocrite ever.
especially when you compare it to Luz's eyes, which makes sense. We're coming towards the end of the quote-unquote dream sequence.
Everyone helped you get back to your mom.
God. But yeah, end of the dream sequence. Them, and again, this whole thing is that they, Luz's biggest thing is blaming herself.
Followed orders. I never thought about making friends or going to school. Then I met Flapjack. It was more than
This part is actually like this is really heavy because yeah, like it is in a sense like it is sense of like this would be something that Luz would probably blame herself for, like she gets her talisman while Hunter loses his.
talisman. He was my best friend. And then I lost him, helping you. But you
The Belos scars, like this happened like twice
still get to
to
have
2
your
different
own
characters.
talisman? Why, Luz? Why do you get to have it all?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so you have Grom, Gus, Golden Guard. So second season, I guess. Golden Guard, Hunter, season 2 Amity, and you have season 1 Willow. It's a good way of calling back everything. The best way I could describe it similar thing to was it Endgame? Similar to Endgame, where like they have the callbacks to like every version of the show of those movies up until that end. Same thing with this. Every version of every like season is represented with these characters.
For the sake of everyone you hurt. Please, no. I challenge you.
This is too good too, because when I heard her say it, I'm like, I feel like that's wrong.
To a witch's battle. Wait, say that again? I said, I challenge you to a witch's battle. A witch's battle?
It's adorable.
Like Amity. We all like Amity. You're not Amity, are you? You're not her. None of you are you. How dare you? Of course we're us. It's I challenge you to a witch's duel, not witch's battle. No witch's battle. And the Amity I know would never misquote the Good Witch Azura. So come on, attack me. I know what's going on now.
I wonder if Luz 100% did know what was going on, because even I thought like, oh yeah, this is a dream sequence, and then when they attack and this happens, I was like, oh, I was gonna like, I would like, what's the meme? So I know what's going on now, so I started blasting. I would have thought, okay, these are illusions. I'm in a dream. It's like, oh no, wait, no, it's actually them.
Luz?
I'm gonna start skipping around now because I know this is gonna be.
Amity, is that you? Is it really you? Yes. We've all been collected, including Camila. The collector came from the sky.
See, like, I like how the design. It's so good.
He's playing games with you, Luz. He's trying to keep you away from King and Ida.
But if you want to save anyone, you have to wake up.
How?
I also love this too, that because when we find out what the glyphs are,
Think about it. What's the first thing you do when you wake up from a bad dream?
You turn on the light.
oh god, I love this. It's so good, and again, I like that. And the thing is, like, it makes sense, especially like towards the like when they explain what the glyphs are. Because spoilers, they're Titan magic. These, I don't know if this is technically a glyph combo or if this is a different type of glyph, but these are glyphs. These are 100% glyphs, and it's Titan magic, which also is something I called. Go check out my theory video about it, where I talked about it, where the finale was gonna be. Obviously, where the finale was gonna be that. Although I got messed up with the anti-magic thing, and I guess kind of the wild magic with like Willow and whatever, but I did call that, yeah, the Titan the Titan glyphs or the Titan writing was going to be a major thing, that it was its own type of magic. And also, I also called that each Titan has their own type of magic. I did call that. I actually could still explain why Ida has the anti-magic thing, which it left it open for other stories, and I might make a video, because I was going to, and then I never did for the last one, of where they could go if they wanted to continue it. But yeah, each Titan has their own Titan magic. I love it. Watching and dreaming. Aww.
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
I like how they're wagging their fingers like, no.
Huh?
But yeah, so like it makes sense that, yeah, the Titan magic is what's doing this. Like, it's loot, and the reason why, and like, because I was thinking like, really, I was first thinking like, okay, is it like, I'm like, all right, that's kind of inconvenient, but then I'm like, no, like, Titan is the one who's been giving Luz the glyphs, and so yeah, it's Titan magic. I like that. That's so cool. Where?
Hey, buddy.
Is this real? Is that loose? Are you both really here?
I love this so much.
Here, you witch.
Someone's gonna censor that the wrong way.
Oh.
I love how she's kissing her kids. That's, again, straight away, that this entire episode is going to be about, like, these three. These three are the main focus. And I love that, yeah, because that's where we should be focusing. I'm not saying I don't love Amity, Willow, and everyone else. I'm not saying that. But I do, that, like, the main focus of the last episode should be the main family.
I thought you said this would work, Ray Ray.
I love the little nickname.
Yeah, when they're
Also, this part, too. This part is great.
And besides, my powers don't work on King.
The dog?
I love how he still hasn't clued in. And I'm saying he because of Belos, not because of Rain.
Cause he's a titan!
He's like, you see right there in Belos Rain's face, that Belos is like, I'm a goddamn idiot. He's like, I had a titan under my own nose for how many years? And I could have, like, he, right there, he is reevaluating his entire existence. All the crud that he's done right in that little moment. He is like going, I am a goddamn moron. Or I am a titan damn moron. And I love it. Because you see it like, just like, I'm a complete idiot. I'm stupid. What? Like, all these years, I didn't have to do half of the shit I did. But I did. And I literally had a titan where I could have drank the blood and I would have been, I'm a moron.
You worked in the castle, Ray Ray. You've seen the big ol' heart. Still beating too.
I also love that they brought that up because one of the complaints a lot of people were bringing up was like, they're never going to explain the heart, are they? Yeah, it was a major plot point. They just waited for you to forget about it.
Titans are amazing. When they're full grown, they're more powerful than anyone.
You know, I just had an interesting idea.
I'm sure you did after you just reevaluated your entire life. Like, what else can you explain that look? Like, this look, I'm sorry, I'm going to harp on this look for a second. I also like,
Oh, Titans are amazing.
how else do you evaluate that look? He's like, oh my God, you can't be serious. And again, I'm saying he because of Belos, not because of Rain. Oh God, but yeah, Belos tricks the Collector and do it. Which also one thing I actually do like is that the Collector, like Belos says, why don't you just kill them? And Collector's like, no, I want to be friends. I want to be friends. All right, hold on, back. But because no, I want to be friends. That's the whole thing. I don't want to hurt anyone, and I like that. I like that a lot. And then pretty much Collector tricks. Or Belos tricks Collector to play some games while Belos goes to try to screw everyone over.
Human realm. There was what?
Oh yeah, I'm surprised Belos is in the human realm.
She was a lot to deal with.
I
A little
can
bit.
imagine.
He's like, ah,
My
God.
mom decided to. Whoa! How did that happen?
That's a short
I love how none of them were able to finish their story.
story. Oh, is that your palisman?
That's adorable.
Hey, all I want to do is hear both of you talk over hot choco smilk.
I want hot Choco's milk. I don't know what exactly the demon version is, but I want it.
First, we gotta find a way out of whatever this is.
I don't get it, King. I really don't get it. I thought you loved playing our games.
Yeah, but pretty much just to go over. I don't want to go over everything because Disney will hit me, but
Let me show you some of my favorite games.
which also I do like this kind of setup right here.
Draining spell.
So, toys break all the time. You just fix them.
Basically, how Ida brought up that the Collector almost killed everyone, and then we find out that the Collector doesn't really know how death works.
Not understand what death means to mortals?
Also, it kind of shows that there is a bit of like, there is a level cap of what the Collector can do, it seems. The Collector can't bring back the dead. The Collector can do many things in the material world. Dead cannot actually bring that back. Though, apparently Titans can.
Well, don't worry, because I don't want to scare you anymore. I think we can all be great friends. So let me show you some of my favorite games.
Alrighty. Also, I love, this is a pretty good one. Someone brought this up, though I don't know if it's Rain or if it's because of Belos possessing them. that they were able to fight off the Collector's magic. But it might have been because of Belos, but I don't know. Also, I kind of like the animation here. Like it look like they give like that possessed like movement. I love it.
Rain's always been annoyingly powerful. Now, I think I'll keep you around a little longer.
Because if not, he'd just be a pile of goop. I also do like that we actually do get like canon puppet versions of them, which is kind of cool. I didn't even notice that the end tip is in a tail, and you have all the little designs. It's cool. I didn't think we would actually see the. I guess I kind of thought, but like we would see them puppet versions. We did, and that's awesome. I love that. Also, there's a little sequence here, which I actually kind of really like, where, one, they play Pac-Man, which, Pac-Man in first person, there's like actual game of that, is terrifying. I love the glowing lights. God, the icons in this are so good. Also, I like how they play up with things like, string beings transforming powers. Which is a major point of, part of Luz's own power. God. Let's get some marble. Oh, wait a minute. We got blue, we got pink. Oh, no, it would have to be green. I love how each of them, it's one of them saving their family. The first one being Luz and String Being. Second one being King. And also, this means you lost the game if you knock down the tower. And the last one being, obviously, Mama Ida. And I like this, too, because, it shows that the Collector isn't a bad guy. Which, yeah, no duh. I saw that coming a mile away since the first episode. Not the first episode, let me rephrase that. Since we saw the Collector. It was already heavily yeah, he's just a kid. Mind you, when he was a shadow being, it felt like, oh yeah, he might be more eviler. But then again, we see it's just because he didn't understand what death meant. He's like, oh, they're just having fun. Also, I just realized that wasn't one of the big things in when he was a shadow creature, he raised his hand, he showed the Titan raising their hand up. So foreshadowing. Thank whoever. I like that.
12 times. Want to make it a lucky number 13?
I love how adorable mom kid that is. I love it. And I love this because yeah, you see that he is a kid.
Luz, Ida, let her go.
If anyone can talk some sense into them, it's Luz.
I'm gonna get hit so much. I'm watching the clips too much. But pretty much they bring the Collector talks, about how he just wants a friend that's not gonna lie to him and all this stuff, which, I can relate. And also I do love too that, let me see.
King lied, Belos lied, even they lied.
Who's they?
The archivist.
I'm gonna bring that up because we don't never see the archivist other than in this flashback right now. But again, that's what I love about this season or this episode and this finale compared to a lot of other TVA finales. And I'm saying this in a sense of because Amphibia definitely has one of season 1 and 2 and Amphibia have some of the best season finales. I think Owl House has the best finale. You already know why I don't like the Amphibia ones, assuming you watch some of my videos. But this one I actually really like more because it leaves a lot of loose strings to where we could if they wanted to continue the series, they easily could. And it wouldn't be too out there. Amphibia, other than apparently, again, I haven't finished Marcy's journal. Apparently, they said for that, there's nothing really saying that, yeah, we can continue the series if we could. Gravity Falls kind of did a little bit. I know with like the idea, just seeing the statue there and bring up Xolotl, the god of twins, which twins being a big part of that. That was more like, okay, we could continue it, maybe, or probably not, but there's a continuation there. Wander Over Yonder I would also bring up, but Wander Over Yonder is less a completed show, and that is more, there was season 1 and 2 and didn't even get season 3. Like, that one was just straight cut off at season 2 when they wanted to make season 3. So that one, it's like, I don't want to really bring up that because that would like, it's like, that was a cliffhanger because there was supposed to be a season 3. This is, the show is done, but if we want to, we can continue it.
Siblings, oh, let's play a game.
But yeah, Archivist.
Let's play hide and seek. You go down there and see if the Titans want to play.
And I love this too because it's hinted at in the last episode with like the murals. I love also how it's kind of told too.
So I played, and it was great. The baby Titans were the
This is awesome.
cutest, just like King, and they were all so welcoming. But the Archivists were scared of their power. So one.
Sorry, but I like also I'm wondering because they said like because eventually like, they said like the Archivist took them all away, but then also like later on like when quote unquote when something else happens, I don't want to bring up everything too much, but when something else happens and the collector says, why is she gone? The Archivists aren't here. So is that like just straight saying, yeah, by take away, the collector means the Archivist killed all the Titans. Killed all the baby Titans.
One by one, they disappeared until there was one Titan left.
I love like how the eyes of the Titan is more like detailed.
And he thought I was the bad guy. He hit. Archivists were scared of their power.
Hold on.
So one by one, they disappeared.
I also kind of like the idea that there is just a pantheon of like different angels and demons just out in the universe. Like I would say like, you know, the collector is like an angel type of celestial being where the Titans are more like the demonic version. Not saying that's bad, but like I kind of like that idea of it, that they're just out there.
Until there was one Titan left, and he thought I was the bad guy.
Okay, I wondered if that was the collector or not, but no, it's King's egg.
He hid his egg from me and trapped me. But I showed all of them, even when those trapper jerks started acting weird, even when Belos lied to me. I found King. I found the last Titan, and he's my friend now.
I could just imagine what would have happened if the trappers had actually hurt King. The collector, when he was released, would have probably ended them.
Collector.
I know it's just pretend. I don't care. I'll pretend as long as I want.
And again, mirrors, because the mirror characters, which I love, like this is kind of similar to Luz in season 1 again, like I brought up, where Luz kind of treated the Owl House as, or the world as a playground. That's kind of what the collector is doing. I like that. It's a mirror image of it. And I also love later on, we do see a mirror image of Luz again in Belos.
But that's not what you want.
And again, like Luz knows, like that's not what you want. You don't want, like, yes, you kind of, I'm sure you probably do want to play it like an adventure world, but what you want are friends.
What do you know?
We know what it's like to feel alone and abandoned.
And misunderstood.
I love how like family this is.
Hey, what if we showed you how we became friends?
I feel like you should have said family, but I guess friends works more because that's what he was talking about. And I guess in a sense, friends for this means found family.
Tell me about your adventures.
It's different when you can see them.
Which I was wondering, like, why does she have those? And I'm like, oh, those are her memory pictures. And then also in my head, I was thinking, please tell me those don't get erased at some point or burned away. Which, no, they don't. I'm like, oh, thank God. But that's cool setup for the last episode.
Can we tell you our stories?
And also another cool thing about this too is, though they do know Belos is kind of out there, they don't know where he is, and they do know that right now the Collector is the biggest threat. They don't know what really Belos is threat-wise, but Collector is the biggest threat. So them kind of going off to, you know, teach the Collector, this is pretty much literally like, oh yes, this is the final battle. We just need to talk to him and we're good. I like that.
I said, get out!
Rain is a badass.
That's fine.
I also love how decayed and decrepit Belos has looked. He looks like he's almost dead now.
Only one vessel is big enough to do what I need.
God.
No.
What? Hold on. What is that? So someone's gonna have to please tell me, because I saw this and I'm like, what is that? Is that? I don't know what that is. It looks like an old-timey phone. That's what it looks like. It looks like an old-time phone, like the operator, hello operator. Like, that's what that looks like. What is this? Whoa. Whoa, I didn't see this. This I've seen before. I haven't seen this. Because that looks like Ida. Or is that Caleb? Because that looks like Ida the Owl. That looks like Ida. Or at least that one does. I'm not entirely sure. But that looks like Ida, or like maybe that's supposed to be Caleb and that's supposed to be like Evelyn. I don't know. Was it you're my I gave you're my some man for you. I gave something mine. I gave my palisman for you. It's like I'm done. I love how the heart's still beating too. Is so good.
You know what this is, don't you? It's the last of many. But it still beats.
It said liar on the thing.
It's the Titan's heart!
Belos is the bad symbiote. It's like, I usually love gooey, like, symbiotic things. Well, I mean, this is not symbiotic, this is parasitic. Also kind of wonder, like, what is pumping through there? Is it just, like, the magic of the Titan that's pumping through there? Because I'm assuming there's no blood in there, because Belos would have had, you know, been like, oh yeah, I should drink this instead of drinking the palismans. Rain making music out of destroying a violin. So when I saw that, I'm like, yeah, he got through. Little booger. God, look how just you know what I just reminded? He reminds me of William Afton from Five Nights at Freddy's. Tell me that doesn't look like the freaking, like, burn trap. Like, they took off his, like, bunny suit. That's what he looks like.
Rain, you tried so hard.
And you got so far, and in the end, it didn't even matter.
Didn't you?
I kind of like how, like, also, one, I'm happy this wasn't the final phase we see of him, but, like this. But, like, I kind of like how, like, scaly it kind of looks. It's like, it feels more infectious. The blue glowing eye. It's so good. And pretty much, you know, they're waking everybody up. Yeah, I thought Lila's hair looked cool. I mean, Lila has all really good hair throughout the entire show.
Ah! Where the heck are we?
These must be the archives.
Camila! Willow!
We got to see Puppet Camila. Camila.
Guys, where's Luce?
And again, we slowly, you know, we're getting a little thing of like, you know, throughout their adventures. I love that. Which I also love Ida's reaction to this.
What happened to it?
Wow. I thought we would just, like, flip through these.
So it all started at the birdhouse.
The owl house?
I also love that the collector messed that up because it matches with what happened with the witches battle, the whole thing, witches duel. It's like, yeah, he was listening, but he probably, you know, missed a few things.
Speaking of which, what happened to it?
Ida.
Oh yeah, you haven't seen it in a while.
That's awesome. Also, this is, I believe, the balcony to her room.
For me, it started in the human realm. Things were not great, but I found my way here and I met Owlbert, Hootie, and Ida the Owl Lady.
And the king of demons!
None of us felt like
Love
we
it so
fit in,
much.
So we decided to not fit in together.
I love that.
It was that easy, huh?
Nope.
Not really.
Bad word. I love that.
I had a lot
See, and I like this.
to learn.
And one thing I also really like, because apparently this episode, apparently not a lot of people like this episode. I don't know why. It's I think honestly one of the best ones, and I love and it has one of the best quotes in it where, you know, don't wait to be chosen, like you choose. I love that.
A lot to learn. But after
When Luz messed up at the
a
trial
while, I met
or the test,
more people who helped me.
Whoa! That game looks fun.
those are like, it's setting up pretty much all the things that she messed up and showing it. Because one person. Anyways, I don't want to start getting fights and anything because I like this. I love this a lot.
I want to go there.
This is where we play a game called Grudge Beat.
All can bite you, and the rules are nonsense, but it's still kind of fun.
Yeah,
Nonsense?
it's great.
Hexside lets you play any magic sport these days.
Grudge Bee was all we had, and we made the best of it.
And you were the star.
I love this so much. I love this so much. This is a great little interaction right here.
There, we know, Ida.
The petting Ida.
Lilith was her captain?
Really?
Now that's a spin-off I'd watch.
Yes, please. There's two guys. This finale has set up 2 different shows you could make. And I'm gonna say this right now. Give me a mini series. You can make another series where it's young Ida and Lilith and everyone. Do that. And then on top of that, and like slowly see like, you know, how everything kind of escalates to eventually where we end up. And another one you could do is, what about the archivists? What about like, you know, all those other things? Like you could continue this show and still also go back to the prequel and show a little bit more of that too. You could merge those ideas together. You could legitimately merge those ideas together where have it to where you have like the future episodes and maybe it ties back to stuff in the past. Maybe the archivists have actually been coming back and forth and like no one's really noticed until like right now. Like, I don't know. It just like, there's so much you could easily do here. And maybe it's probably one of the main reasons why I was kind of miffed with Amphibia. They kind of ended it to where it's just like, it's done, forget about it. Like, you could do so much more. I guess, okay, let me rephrase that. They do set up like, oh yeah, we can follow Sprig and Polly and all this stuff, which, cool, but also it's kind of bittersweet because then you lose Anne, who was a major part of this, who was a major part of the band. And again, it goes against the entire freaking idea of the show of Anne trying to fight. Anyways, this is the new Princess Prom episode from She-Ra. If it is the new Princess Prom, finale is the Princess Proms of She-Ra now, isn't it? God. Ugh. Anyways. Also, I love this.
Hi, I'm the collector. Want to be my Grudge Bee buddies?
I see too much of myself in this kid.
It's him! Run! Go, 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 go! Ah!
I want to go somewhere different.
This show probably has the most characters that I've ever related to in a show. That might... the knee. This episode, like, I feel like... Oh, God, how far am I in this? I already said I'm going to have to break... Oh, my God, I'm at 52 minutes? Well, I already said I was going to cut this, right? There might be a few episodes. I'm trying to keep it at 3. Gonna try. But this this part is pretty good. I'll try to speed run through certain things, but Luz talks about how this is where she learned some magic.
We make a connection with the Isles.
And shows the Ice Glyph, which was her second spell to ever learn. No, yes. Also, spiders are awesome.
Nice Titan magic. Really like you if he's shown you this much.
I love that too because, in a sense, the color's dropping a few bombs right there. 1, glyph magic is Titan magic, so that's why it's 1, extremely powerful. It's like it's the basis of all other magic, pretty much. And 2, like it's obvious, it's something that was shared by the Titan. Also, that the Titan is still quote unquote alive in some sense.
Did you force them to be your friend too?
She didn't force anyone to do anything.
He looks so scruffy.
People are complex, and sometimes they just need a little kindness and forgiveness.
Kindness and forgiveness, huh?
I love this too, just that sound, and you immediately like, oh shit.
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
God, it's so good. Oof.
Breathing.
God, and that light, because this goes so anime.
Don't tell me it's Belos.
Of course it's him. And like you slowly see as it encroaches over everything. We see the eyes everywhere. And this.
I can cleanse this perdition myself.
A giant kaiju Belos. Yes. I love this. Also, another thing that I actually really like about this design, it 100% gives Final Fantasy vibes. Like, this is the final boss of... This is the final boss. This is the final boss of a game. This is the Sephiroth at the end. This is, I think Kefka, I think it was. Like, this is that final big bad that you fight at the end of the game. And I love that so much. Like, God, I'm gonna have to edit the shit out of this thing, ain't I? God, because I'm watching too many clips.
Is that Belos? How'd he get here without a body?
See what? Like, that's a toy, I think.
What do we do? There's no way we can stop that.
Yes, there is.
This part is cool too because I thought he was gonna go straight anime, and like me and Luz were on the same thing. I'm like, yeah, blow his head off.
And I know how.
I love that so much. And here's the thing, I wonder. No, I'll bring it up in a sec.
No, what is he doing?
I love this.
I get it now. You just need kindness and forgiveness, huh?
And I also, another thing I actually like about this finale, which some people complain about in Amphibia, which I'll say this on that note. The Amphibia one I was kind of okay with Andreas. I think they set up Andreas well. Like, yeah, he is at least towards that end bit where, like, yeah, in a sense, he is obviously a bad guy and he's done horrible things. And eventually he kind of, but like, because was a lot of times it's like, oh yeah, they're redeemable in some, the bad guys redeemable in some sense. And I'll bring up a little bit more later. But this one I actually really like. I like this on multiple levels because the storytelling of it's really good. Where Lou said, oh, you know, some people just need kindness and understanding. He tried that with Belos. And like, because this also gives me flashbacks to Kipo and the scene with the Mega Monkey where Kipo plays the music. We don't have blue skies, something or weather, but we have each other, and that's even better. Like that whole bit. And like this really reminds me of that. Give me a sec.